What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was a Cautious Shinobi? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato on October 10th in nighttime, 6 years after the Kyuubi attack. As we go towards the said village to see a festive was going on there. As today was the 6th year anniversary of the Kyuubi's defeat, people were commemorating this day to their fallen 4th Hokage and many other comrades who laid down their lives to protect them. And today was to honor them. Well, just that was most of the people's agenda. Some of the people on the other side were chasing after someone. They had many sharp objects like kunai, knives and so on that could harm anyone. But that was the not only reason there. They were extremely enraged, like something was bugging them. How come the brat is continuously getting away from us? We have to get the demon before the Kage gets him or he alerts someone else. But it was too late, as a bunch of Anbus landed in front of them. Halt! By the order of the Hokage-sama, you are to be brought under the TNI department for investigation. Damn it! As there stood Naruto. Once they were brought to the TNI department, the one they were chasing after, the 6-year-old. You're lucky, demon, you were able to escape. Yeah, whatever. As that is when we see Hiruzen arrived himself there. As he glared at them, take them away, Ibiki, and do your worst with them. But before that, there is something that I would like to know finally. Gigi. Naruto. What is it? Can it not wait? Said Hiruzen, trying his best to get away from Naruto's instinct of a detective. Because, well, once he started to ask questions, he wouldn't stop. He always tried to look underneath the underneath. Maybe he taught him that too much well. Why? Why are you so defensive? I only wanted to ask a few questions. That is, unless you're hiding something from me. No, why would I do that? How about we talk about this over a bowl of ramen? You can't buy me out with the ramen, Gigi. As much as I know it is shocking for you to hear, but no, from this day onwards I have decided you can't buy me out. I'm not a sellout. I just wanted to offer you a bowl of ramen. Maybe later. How about we talk in your office, as you said before? Ah, dang it. Me and my big mouth, said Hiruzen. As now we see both of them going there as Ibiki and Anko stood there as Anko then asked, is the kid? Yeah, he's always have been like this, Anko. God knows why, but that kid is extremely conscious and always tries to look underneath the underneath. And you want to know the irony? It was the Hokage himself who taught him that lesson. The one that he took close to heart. Jeez, I guess that is Hokage-sama's to deal with, that trouble over there. Yep, we should be grateful that he's not bugging us over here. And that is when Naruto arrived in front of them. Oh shit, me and my big mouth, said Ibiki. What do you want, kid? Make sure you torture them. I heard that this tool, he said, picking up plier, if you fly it at a certain point and squeeze tightly, as many of the males squeeze their legs together, and even Ibiki can draw out many of the confessions. What do you think? Yeah, I'll think about that. Good. That is what I wanted to say. Anyways, I'll be leaving. As after that, Naruto left, as Anko chuckled. Man, that kid is a piece of work right there. I mean, it'll be a good fit for us. No, God, no, please, said Ibiki, placing both of his hands on Anko's shoulder as Anko was baffled. Oi, senpai, what is it? He's just a kid. Don't tell me you're afraid of him. Can't you see? I am the head of the TNI department and even I am afraid of him. Knowing what he says, he really might apply those methods, Anko. And I even won't want that for my enemy. You hear? Not even for my enemy. Okay, let's go and deal with them then. And let the Hokage deal with that. As on the other side, inside Hiruzen's office, we see Naruto arrived and locked the door. Naruto, why are you locking the door? Just want to be cautious. I don't want any of them to listen into what we have to say. Nobody's gonna come in. It's my office unless I say so. I mean, who knows? Some of your people might have tipped them off. You can never trust anyone. But then why do you trust me? Well, you have been taking care of me, so yes, there is some distrust, but mostly I trust you. Distrust? Said Hiruzen. What do you mean by that, Naruto? I mean, if you say that, look underneath, there might be something that you feel guilty about, or there is something that you want from me. It is either both of them or Maybe you just have a kind heart. Can't we just leave it at my kind heart? No. What? Why? Because you said always look underneath. Yes, Naruto, underneath of what one says. And I'm regretting that now. Anyways, what do you want to talk about? My parents. Naruto, we have been through this before. No, we need to come clean now. Gigi, what is it? Tell me that you're hiding. Why do you want to know about them? I'll tell you when the time is right. After you become a shinobi. Do you promise? Of course I do, Naruto. Have I never fulfilled my promise once to you before? Of course you have. Anyways, I will do what you have said. And after I become a shinobi? Oh, hold it. The best shinobi out there. Only then. Now you're pushing it. But fine. I'll accept your challenge. So you better make sure that you're ready to answer once I ask each and every bit of questions. Once I become a genin, I'll have those answers. You promise me that. Fine. Fine, Naruto. As after that we see, from that day onwards, Naruto in secrecy trained hard. He not only took notes from shinobis who were training, but also from Chuni's, Anbus, as well as many others. He trained so hard that even he became cautious of his own training, that maybe he was leaving something out. He began to decipher the back loops of his training and play out if his enemies attacked him like this, if he was doing this. For example, what if he was ambushing some people and something happened? What if his enemies come from underneath the ground, or from above, or even from behind? Naruto had to make sure he had counter for each and every bit of things ready. Then there was the dojutsus. What if one person used dojutsus? Naruto became cautious of that once he reached the academy at the age of 8. During those 2 years of his training prior, Naruto has been doing many things as he could, as he has increased his strength tenfold. He has also learned Funjutsu as well as seals to make sure that he was able to apply weight seals on his body so that he could strengthen his body as well as core and chakra pool as well. He has been exhausting his chakra as well as training hard as strong as he could, because at his lowest he trained hard until he could no longer remain conscious. Only before he could phase out, he would drink water and eat something before getting back up and doing that again. Doing so much hard work, by the age of 8, Naruto had been developing some muscles already, and his body and skin has been turned so hard that someone might even say that even kunais would bend off of it, and senbon's needles themselves would deflect off of his skin. But Naruto could never be too cautious. He had to be more cautious as well. As now we see, the next challenge for Naruto was to deal with Genjutsu. He has strengthened his body, which he was still cautious with because he knew he had to strengthen his body even more, and has to be extra careful. Now he had to be careful about the dojutsu. What if someone tried to corrupt his mind, like the Yamanakas? They're the mind walkers of the Konoha, and not only that, the Uchihas. Their genjutsus are no joke, and there are genjutsu users out there as well, nonetheless. And what about the poison immunity as well? He has so much to do, and so little time. So Naruto took it upon himself to train as hard as he could. While training so, he forgot about one important thing, ninjutsu. Because of his chakra pool ever increasing, Naruto's found it hard and quite annoying that he couldn't do the most basics of the basic jutsu, like the Bunshin jutsu, to create a clone of him. And not only that, once he used the replacement jutsu, he might end up on the other side of the village, because once he tried, he was on the outer skirts of the village because of the, chakra he put it in. As after that, we see that he used the Sunshin jutsu, which he copied from the Uchiha, surprisingly, after following him around for 2 whole months. And unknown to Shisui and Uchiha Chunin, Naruto was able to find his technique. And so, he was able to use and replicate the body flicker technique into his own. But Naruto still knew he had to deal with the genjutsus. So he turned towards only one place he knew he could find some guidance. As Hiruzen has been very sick about Naruto because he has not been able to, aside from Academy, see him at all for the past years. As Naruto once arrived there, Hiruzen was surprised. Naruto has grown up and was a lot buff than before, but Naruto covered that all up with huge orange jacket as well as everything that he wore as in canon. Naruto, it's been quite a long time, said Hiruzen. As Naruto then said, What are you hiding under your table, Gigi? Nothing, my boy, said Hiruzen as he fastly shuffled something inside his drawer before locking it up. But Naruto's sharp eyes were able to catch it. Uchiha tactics. What kind of tactics does this book have, Gigi? Can they help me out in becoming a shinobi? No, Naruto. You see, this is for research purposes. What research? You know, there is an art that is called seduction, and it can be quite useful out there. That is why I was doing some research. Maybe we should try to use it to teach our konoichis to draw out some, confessions and all that, said Hiruzen, as he was sweating profusely, not wanting to tell Naruto that he was a closet pervert. Naruto's eyebrow rose, as Hiruzen instantly knew that Naruto was gonna ask something dumb, because of his dumbness. Can I have that book? Maybe it might be able to help me out. No, you're still young about that. It is for only adults. God damn it. One way or another, I'll find that book. Not from you, it might be out there. I already know the name. Naruto, for God's sake, don't find it, okay? Why? What is it inside of it? I want to know. You'll find out once you grow up, okay? Anyways, what do you want? Why are you here? Said Hiruzen, changing the subject. But Naruto, knowing that who he was, he decided it was better to let it be like this, because he will find out later. Anyways, yes, the reason I'm here. I'm here because I want to, have your guidance on something. What is it, Naruto? Can you come with me to the training ground? Okay. As after arriving there, Naruto brought out a kuna after taking off his jacket and revealing the mesh shirt that he was wearing underneath, in which his toned muscles were visible, as Hiruzen was quite surprised by the physique of the 10-year-old Naruto that was in front of him. Naruto, my boy, you've been training hard, it seems. Yes. What are those seals? Oh, you saw them. I thought I was able to hide them completely. Well, to a trained eye and somewhat knowledge of a Fuinjutsu master, you can't hide them from them. As Naruto made seal visible to everyone. These seals are, gravity seals as well as weight increasing and reducing seals. Naruto, how much weight have you put on your body? Said Hiruzen after his eyes widened. I say half a ton, I guess. You put half a ton of weight over your whole body? No, on each limb. What? Said Hiruzen after having a face fall. Naruto, how are you even able to stand? I got my body used to it. Meaning... Wait. Used to it. Naruto, come at me with everything you have. With the weights or without the weights? With the weights on, for the time being. As Hiruzen watched Naruto charge towards him at blinding speeds. Even at the speed of a chunin, he's fast. As Hiruzen, being a Kage, was able to deflect his, attacks and parry them all. As Naruto, to his surprise, even his parry attack were used against him. As Hiruzen was kicked to the side and Hiruzen was about to fall off to the ground behind him, but was able to steady himself. As he then ordered Naruto to stop. Stop, Naruto. How did you do that? You were able to parry my attack. And not only that, the attacks that I parried of yours, you used that momentum to use another attack against me. How is that possible? I have been thinking, Gigi. Always look underneath the underneath as it was inside. That thing again, but how does it even apply? Once you think about this philosophy, always look underneath the underneath. It also applies to the, shinobi world, and not only that, combats as well. What is the strategy? What if there is a hidden strategy within that strategy? And what if both strategies are a decoy and there is another one? But Naruto, if you go like this, there are endless possibilities. Yes, and because to tackle out all sorts of possibilities, I'm still doing some simulations of my own while I'm training. As Hiruzen was quite impressed by 10-year-old Naruto in front of him. Naruto, that is impressive. Yes, I know. I have promised you that I will be the strongest and the most perfect shinobi that you have ever seen by the time I become a genin. So, you better make sure that you have answers prepared, because I'm not holding anything back. I'm coming to take those answers from you whether you like it or not. As Hiruzen became serious and nodded, seeing the determination in Naruto's eyes. Alright, I see where you're coming from. I'll give you those answers. Now. No! What? But I thought I told you not now. I'm focusing and I'm still not perfect as you wanted. But Naruto, you're strong already. You deserve those answers. No, I will lose my motivation midway. I don't want that. I'll only have those answers after I become a genin, okay? Fine, whatever you say. Why did you, brought me here then? I can't do Bunshin Jutsu, or, substitution, but what I can do is, as Naruto body flickered across the, woods in front of him, as after that Naruto landed in front of him, but the body flicker was still going on. As Hiruzen was shocked to see this, as these were the after images of Naruto. Naruto, those were your after images, I know. I'm able to do this, though, but that won't be enough to pass me from the Genin exams. They need the most basic jutsus that I can't do, and it has been bugging me. Why? But then again, I think it is because of my training. What do you mean? You see, I have been focusing on all sorts of sectors. I haven't even left anyone. Ninjutsu, Fuinjutsu, Kenjutsu, Taijutsu. I have focused on all. Naruto, you're working really hard, but what about your health? Of course I'm taking care of it. What makes you think that I would neglect the most important duty? Healthy body, healthy mind equal more strength and determination. I see. So you haven't forgotten that. Of course I haven't. So, how are you training then? Well, I usually train taijutsu once I deplete my chakra after using a lot of ninjutsu, closest to before passing out. After having a snack or so, I begin my physical endurance training. But Naruto, this is torture to your body. Even if you eat and drink and sleep regularly, this is torture and madness. It might be to you, but not to me. I have to be the perfect. I have to be cautious because Shinobi world out there is no joke. The people within this village are so tough on me that they would try to hurt and harm a 6-year-old innocent kid. What makes you think that the others out there would have any sympathy for me? They wouldn't care if I am 13 or not. I'll be a shinobi, an adult considered by their rules. And I'll be playing in the big leagues then. And just to make sure that I'm ready in all and every sorts of way, I have to be ready for that. All sorts of possibilities. Betrayal, someone coming to me for revenge, or someone hiring someone to kill me. All sorts of that. But Naruto, these are the only negatives. There are some positives in the shinobi world and system as well, like comrades and everyone. Camaraderie? What a joke. Betrayal comes from them, Gigi. Your own students. Orochimaru is one of the prime examples. As Hiruzen looked down. Naruto, you didn't have to say that. I know I didn't have to, but then again I had to. Because he lost in his own right of power, did some things that made him defect and abandon you all. And not only that, what makes you think that my own teammates won't have something of the same agenda? What if they're doing something behind my back? The people of Konoha don't like me, always call me a demon. What makes you think that my teammates would be any different? Because I don't think so. As Hiruzen was completely dumbfounded by Naruto's, analysis of his own situation. Alright, Naruto, I guess I'll help you out after some time. As unknown to, Hiruzen, after he left, Naruto dashed away. Using his, body flicker technique, he arrived and captured 2 of the shinobis there. Who are you? We are from Konoha. Lies. You should have the headbands in between. Even the Anbus carry those. Who really sent you? You might be private Anbus. Of course we are. As before anything could happen, they used a poison mist to paralyze Naruto, but to their surprise, they were stabbed in the heart with kunais. As Naruto stood there, watching them die out slowly, as Naruto then looked down and said, "You think that I wasn't prepared for that? I have been enduring my body." As Naruto spitted out the poison, after using some chakra for a bit. You can cure out the poison? Of course I can. I have tested on myself the most dangerous of the dangerous poison this whole elemental nation has to offer. What makes you think that this puny poison will do against me? I have strengthened my body, mind, and even my organs for such an attacks. Now as for you, I really need to know who sent it to you. As one of them finally then talked. We are root Anbus. Good thing you talked. As Naruto then made it easier for them to die, because the kunais he has plunged in them was laced with a healing ointment, meaning it was keeping them alive and it was painful for them. each and every second of it. The feeling of being stabbed forever, and the pain ever so increasing, and them healing over and over again as the wound closes on or above the kunai. It's something had to be done, as Naruto pulled out the kunais and snapped their necks, killing them instantly. Alright, looks like I have another question to ask to Gigi. As on the other side, once the envoys didn't return, Danzo figured out that it might have been something that must have happened to them, and true to his words, two bodies were discovered, in which there were stab wounds, and not only that, seemingly their neck has been broken. As the bodies were presented in front of Danzo, as Danzo then said, "Who do you think would have done this? We're not sure, but the handprints on their necks, they are that of a 10-year-old or so on. You think that a 10-year-old might have done this? He has been training rigorously, and from what we can have gathered so far, he has been discreet. He hasn't been shown anything to anyone, kept to himself mostly." As after that, Danzo became quiet. "Keep an eye on that one. Close eye. I want to know what the boy is doing 24/7 from now on." As after that, he wished away his anbus with an hand sign. As now we see, after Danzo was alone in his room, sitting on his chair, a kunai was now placing on his neck. "Don't even dare to move. Heard, Danzo? If you do, I'll slit your throat right then and there. Who are you?" The question is, what do you want with me, Danzo Shimura? An elder of the council. If you know who I am, Naruto, it is best for you to leave. I will let this slide. Bullshit like you would do. And you know me, I don't like loose ends. Now that you are aware, you have to go. As with that, Naruto slit his throat easily. Well, that is one threat down. Now the rest of the organization. As before Naruto could do that, the door suddenly opened while he hid himself, and in came two of the more elders. What? We must talk something to Danzo about Hiruzen. He has been getting on our nerves. It is time we have to pull the plug on him. We have to execute Hiruzen. Frame him, something, said Koharu, as Naruto's eyes narrowed. Yes, I also understand what you're trying to say, Koharu. He is a thorn in our path that needs to be cleared out. Maybe it is time that Konoha had a new Kage after all. Hiruzen is getting old, and he is getting softer. Yes, but before they could finish, Naruto clenched his fist, and something happened as the elder froze then and there, as suddenly many lines of blood began to appear over their skin. As suddenly they fell to the ground in cube-sized pieces. As now we see many droplets dropping down from thin air. As one could closely see that they were almost invisible to naked eye, even to an experienced eye, shinobi wires. So thin that not even the most experienced shinobis would be able to see them. As Naruto retracted them back, as now Naruto then said, time to deal with this whole organization once and for all. But before Naruto could do that, he needed to salvage something, because he knew there might be something useful here. So Naruto began to find and go into this labyrinth of mazes until he arrived at the archive room, in which he found a lot of secrets. And not only that, he found something quite interesting. Something about the Uchiha massacre, something that should have been kept hidden. As after that, Naruto had a lot of questions. And not only that, he found another folder. A folder that had his symbol on it, his clan symbol, the Uzumaki one. Uzumakis. As Naruto began to read its contents, and after reading through it, Naruto was enraged. Danzo had betrayed his clan, his village, and in return it appeared like Konoha, thanks to Danzo, has betrayed their village. He didn't let any of Konoha's messenger through. And not only that, that is why Konoha was not even aware that Uchiha was attacked later until the news spread out that the village has been destroyed and Konoha didn't have helped. As now we see Naruto standing there with shock filled over his face and visage. He came here looking for something to salvage, something that could help, but in return gained knowledge about the treacheries that Danzo and the Elder have caused. He began to dig deeper and deeper, found a lot of names that have been linked to them. As now we see Naruto gathering this data arrived at the Hokage office. As he ventured inside and closed the door, Gigi, I want you to listen to me carefully. I want you to activate the seal. You know, the seal that a Kage has to make sure that whatever he speaks doesn't get leaked out. It is of S rank that I'm going to tell you something. As seeing what Naruto was mentioning, he immediately just did that, as the door was already locked, but the initial seal locks were activated, so nobody could get in. Not even our army could penetrate that room right now. As now we see, Hiruzen asked, "What is it?" As Naruto opened a scroll in front of him, and there was a huge puff of smoke, out of which many scrolls and things appeared. "What is this, Naruto?" "These are the scrolls signed by you, Gigi. I thought you might have known once you see them." "What? But I have never once seen such scrolls." "Look into them. You'll find out something interesting." As Naruto waited, as Hiruzen ventured throughout each and every scroll, looking what he was reading and then at Naruto. As after going through all of this, Hiruzen then said, "But I don't understand. How did you get these, Naruto?" "The question is, did you knew or not?" "Of course I did not knew. If I would have done something. They were our allies." Naruto tried to detect any lie, but couldn't. "Alright. Then your signs are there. What do you think of that?" "I don't know how they copied it." Who did you get this from?" "Who do you think?" "Danzo." "Of course. Danzo and the other two elders." "What?" "Koharu and Homura might have seen with me not an eye to eye, but Naruto, they are my comrades. Have been. They always have my back. And that is why they were planning to kill you and replace you once I got this." "What? Where are they now?" "Executed. Because that is our treason, what they did. I have taken care of the route myself, laid out traps that once they set foot in, as huge explosions occurred on the outer skirts of Konoha. As one by one, many explosions occurred, as there was huge turmoil. Naruto, what have you? These were the ins and outs of all the labyrinths that led to Danzo's base, which is right underneath your very office, in the sub-zero level, beneath the ground, as there were some vibrations that Hiruzen felt. It exploded, didn't it? Of course it did. Naruto, that was dangerous and reckless. You're not even a shinobi." "I know what I did. He was spying on us. I got curious what he wanted, and I followed. And look what I found." "Interesting, isn't it?" "Naruto, this is serious. You could have seriously gotten hurt." "And yet I didn't. I'm always cautious, Gigi. Always." "Thank you, Naruto. Is there anything you want?" "Of course I do. I want the reward and the scrolls that will help me. I want the Shadow Clone Jutsu technique. I knew it was mentioned in one of Danzo's, diaries or whatever." "I can't believe the Uchiha massacre, Uzumaki's, and anything else?" "Yes, this scroll. Inside it are the names of the civilian council members and some of the lesser clan heads that have listened to them and, followed their words." Seeing the names that continued long down on the scroll, Hiruzen was shocked. So many traitors within. "Anything else?" "One Orochimaru folder was found." "You wouldn't believe that bastard has been working with him, and has even let in some of the spies." "What? How can he do that?" "Obviously to overthrow you, to make seem that your rule is quite feeble and can be controlled. And I have tackled everything. I have located down the, ones who have been brought here. One of the primary ones is Kabuto Yakushi. You wouldn't believe that bastard was the first one to be brought here. He's the youngest of them all as well. Keep your eyes up, Gigi. There's more than meet the eye here. And your rule really worked. I mean, always look underneath the underneath. It has helped me out, hasn't it?" "Only you, Naruto. It seems it has helped me out even as well." "Thank you." As now we see, Naruto left and Hiruzen had a lot of cleaning up to do, and that is what he did. As years passed, Naruto, with the reward and scrolls given to him, was able to learn and master everything, and even the Shadow Clones Jutsu, and even was able to learn what the true meaning of Shadow Clones were. Naruto began to assign a bunch of Shadow Clones to do each task, ninjutsu, fuinjutsu, as well as kenjutsu and taijutsu, the same manner he would have done, and the knowledge that he gained from them was overwhelming. As now we see, the 13-year-old Naruto was so fast, so strong that he could even tackle Jonins and even Kage level of shinobis. as now we see Naruto facing Sasuke Uchiha, which with all of his weight on, which was now 8 tons each on limb, Naruto was able to tackle and move at such blinding speed that even, well, Sasuke wasn't able even to keep up with him, and even Chunins like Iruka as well as Mizuki were not. "You're cheating, Naruto," said Sakura. "Then define, how am I cheating, Sakura?" I don't know. You're cheating. Sasuke couldn't have defeated you." As Naruto was talking to her, Sasuke charged towards him. Naruto just stopped his fist and broke his arm as Sasuke was on the ground. "Then explain this, Sakura." "I was not even looking towards him. How did I cheat?" Sakura was wordless and everyone was scared now. "Naruto, I think that is a... No, that is not. I need to know how I cheated. She's the one who framed me. I want to know how. If you don't have anything to back up your claim, Sakura, that makes you a liar. Not only a liar, and also a worthless being, because your words mean nothing. And in the Shinobi world, words carry weight, Sakura. If you don't have the guts or the words that weigh in the Shinobi world, then you don't need to be a Konoichi. You'll be a stain, a shit stain in the name of Konoichis. You hear?" As with these words, Naruto turned and began to leave, as Sakura was on the ground, crying, as well as everyone else was trembling. Naruto just gave them a rude awakening, and even Sasuke, who was groaning in pain, was quite shocked, and knew what Naruto had said had some deeper meaning. Even Iruka and Mizuki were impressed, as Naruto was given the test, but Naruto was soon able to call out, "Sensei, can I have a word?" said Naruto, looking towards Iruka. "Are you sure this is a Genin test? I mean, it looks like a Chunin exam test slipped in." "Oh, my mistake. I didn't have seen that." "Yeah, it is odd. Maybe we kind of accidentally did, Naruto. Here you go, a new test." As Mizuki gritted his teeth, which Naruto noticed. "Ah, I see how it is. But too bad. I'm not gonna fall into your trap." As after that, Naruto passed the written exams, and finally the jutsu exam came, which Naruto aced easily. As soon after that, we see Naruto was given his headband, but Naruto stopped as he was about to leave to see Mizuki talking to a civilian child who was also in their class. "I'll do it, Sensei. You don't have to worry about it." "Good. Then I'll meet you at the rendezvous point. But remember, nobody can know." As Naruto's eyes narrowed, as he followed the kid, as he saw the kid arrive at the Hokage office, as Naruto grabbed him and slammed him against the wall. "Why are you here? Why are you stealing the scroll of sealing?" I'm not stealing. It's just a test." "Bullshit. There is no test, even in the history of the Konoha since it's been founded, conducted like this." "What?" But Mizuki-sensei, where did he want it to meet?" "In the first of that. In the center part. The U-tree." "Good. Good night now." As Naruto knocked him out, as after that he grabbed the scroll and arrived there himself. And before Mizuki could do anything, Naruto tracked him down and butchered him with senbon needles, making him paralyzed, and fell down to the ground as Naruto landed atop of his face. "You! What are you doing here, you bastard?" "I should have known there was something up when he set me up for the test." "What? But how is it even related to this?" "You wanted me to fail. You wanted to use me." "True, I did, but I got a new guinea pig. So that doesn't concern you. Hand the scroll over." As Naruto pressed on the senbons with his feet. You're now in liberty to talk and question me, Mizuki. You have been under the watch of Hokage-sama since you were in contact with Orochimaru." "What? How do you..." As Naruto then said, "By the order of the Hokage-sama Hiruzen Sarutobi, Sandaime Hokage of Konohagakure, you are to be executed." As Naruto stomped on the needles that were pressing his heart. "No, wait! I can tell you where he is." "I already know," said Naruto, as Mizuki was dead then and there, as the senbon pierced straight throughout his heart. As that is when Iruka arrived. "Naruto, you didn't have to kill him. I don't take chances, and I always burn the loose ends, Sensei. It's better this way. Naruto, if you act like this, you'll have no one. I'd rather be alone than to have someone stab me in the back later on, Sensei. Remember that." As after that, we see Naruto arrived in the Hokage office. "Done and gone, GD. Good. Now, as promised, your parents." "I already figured out." "What?" "Minato Namikaze, Kushina Uzumaki. A certain fox was not, well, obvious to talk about this, but I made it persuade. after making its living condition quite easier. Naruto, you tampered with the seal? Of course I did. Naruto, that could... Are you alright? Let me check the seal. You don't have to worry about anything. The Fox and I have made peace for the time being. We're working on common grounds to take down a common enemy. Who? The masked person. I have found out 3 masked persons to be exact in the bingo book. One named Toby, affiliated with an organization known as Akatsuki, mercenary group. The others? Well, the others are quite obvious. The masked bandit, and the one who stole the Raijin sword. So, what are you gonna do? I already took the Raijin sword back before arriving here. Or at least my clone did, as some of the clones arrived. As Naruto's clone placed the head of him on the table, as he placed the sword here. But there's also the 4th one, Kakashi Hatake. Since he was the student of my father, I don't see that he was the one behind this attack, because it doesn't add up. The masked person, the QB claims is Madara Uchiha, but I don't think that the old bastard would have lived out this long. Naruto, are you sure you can? I mean, he and I have a common enemy. He wants to get even with him, and so do I. I promised him revenge, and so do I get revenge for what he did to my life. Naruto, are you sure about this? 100% GG. As Naruto's quest began on his own, Hiruzen offered him a team, but Naruto didn't want it to work with anyone. He was way too much cautious, and the team was none other than Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. Fuck them! Naruto would do this any other day over them. Even Kakashi tried to persuade, but was, well, blocked instantly out from Naruto's life because he didn't want to trust anyone. The only person he could say he was close to trusted was Hiruzen, and only him. And aside from him, no one. As now we see, Naruto has hunted out the 2nd one, the masked bandit, and killed him, because it turns out he wasn't even the Uchiha, and claimed his bounty. And after doing so, he arrived at the land of waves. As he was passing by through there, because he was closer and getting closer to the leads that he was getting, Naruto stopped to see that Team 7 needed help. He had a replacement named Sai. As Naruto helped them out, and after doing so, Naruto was about to leave before Sasuke. Why did you help us out, Naruto? You said out loud that you didn't want it to do anything with us. Don't get me wrong, Sasuke. I didn't do this out of the goodness of my heart. I did this because you were getting in the way and slowing me down. Since you are comrades, or so you say in your language. You are from Konoha. I had to help you out. It is one of the duties of Konoha Shinobi. See one in help them out. So you better stay out of my way now, because I have leads to follow. Naruto? As your superior, I have an order to you. What is it? You are to stay here until everything settles down. I have settled down. I have leads to Gato. I'll kill him and make things even for this village and then leave. As Naruto turned towards Sazuna. By the next morning, you'll see Gato's head hanging there, he said, pointing at the center hall of the whole village. As the next morning came, everyone was amazed to see huge amount of money and loot laying there, and on top of that, there was a huge spear that was slammed into the ground, and on top of it, piercing through it, was the dripping blood of Gato and his, well, bodiless head, which seemed a lot of trauma. He really did it. I mean, I thought that the kid was just bluffing, but he did. Naruto isn't bluffing. He was dead serious. As on the other side, Naruto has and his journey and quest to hunt down the masked person have led him all the way towards Amegakure. Before he could enter, a toad appeared. Jiraiya of the Sanin, why are you here? As Jiraiya turned from frog to his normal self. Well, seems like you have a knack to figure out who I am. As not only that, you have keen eyes. I've trained my eyes to detect genjutsu, and that was quite a pathetic genjutsu for us, well, you know, one of the legendary Sanin like you. Well, kid, that kind of hurt my feelings. But what are you doing here? I'm in Amegakure. I need you back at a village. You know, I was offering myself to train you. Since I knew you were cautious, I thought I might go and find you, but here you are. Quite easily tracked me down. I guess you have full control and use of your spy network. Wonder how many have been spying up on me. You wouldn't notice, there's so many. I noticed a bagger who has been keeping a keen eye on instead of bagging, but anyways, I won't ask for more questions. What do you want? This is the only question that I ask. Like I said, I want you to back in village. Chunin exams are nearby. And why should I be worried about Chunin exams? I have a mission to do of my own. Listen, getting revenge of your parents wouldn't... It is not only about me. Yes, it will satisfy my thirst for revenge, because my life was screwed because of that man. But QB also wants that. He and I, we have been allies now, of sorts, during this journey and all. Talking to each other. That is a mindless Biju. Mindless you might say, but he is not to me. We can communicate, talk, understand, show emotions to each other. Listen, kid, why are you so defensive? I'm just trying to help you out here. I'm a Sanin, you know. So what? Should I clap for you, dance for you, praise you for being a Sanin? You achieved your rank because you wanted to prove something to these people. I didn't ask you to prove something to me. As even Jiraiya was dumbfounded. Why was Naruto like this? Listen to me, Jiraiya. I am going to achieve this mission whether you like it or not. So stay out of my way. As Naruto then disappeared using his flicker technique. As Jiraiya tried to grab him but only saw that his hands phased through Naruto as he was standing there. After image. Body flicker technique. As Naruto was now inside Amegakure, something is not right here. Of course it isn't. Said the voice from within. It was Kyubi. Kurama. What do you think we should do? Open the seal, kid. Alright. We're near the enemy's den. As Naruto opened the seal, as Kurama used his chakra to overpower Naruto's sensory systems to sense out. What is this? You're sensing throughout the whole Amegakure. Kid, huge amount of chakras are oncoming to you. I sense them. As Naruto dodged all sorts of attacks and parried their attacks, using the parried momentum to attack them and wound them as well, as Kakazu's 2 hearts were destroyed like this. Damn it! As now Naruto was surrounded. Well, what do we have here? One of the Jinchurikis walking right towards us, like a present. Jinchurikis? What do you mean? Why do you need Jinchurikis? Huh. Do you figure it out that we need them? You mentioned Jinchurikis, so you obviously know about them and what they contain. So either you need Jinchurikis or the Bijus. Why would you target the Bijus? The smart one, huh? Fine, we'll tell you if you come with us. Not gonna happen. All I need is the masked person that is with you. Where is he? I'm here. As he tried to attack Naruto from behind, Naruto instantly using kunai sliced off his arm. As everyone was amazed by the speed that the kid carried. As now we see the masked person whose arm was cleaved off from his body grabbed the, stump. As he then said, get him! As the Akatsuki tagged, Naruto parried each and every one. As Naruto made a shadow clone in which KCM2 was activated, taking control of the clone, Kurama also engaged in the battle. As Naruto's skin that was hardened was now tested against the Samehara itself. As Kisame was shocked as Samehara didn't affect Naruto, which was making contact with his bare skin. How is this possible? It rips the skin apart, tears everything. I've hardened my skin enough. As Naruto, clenching his fist, punched so hard that Samehara began to crack itself. As Kisame was shocked. But not only that, soon after that Naruto began to kick and stab Kisame, slitting his throat, cleaving his neck off. Grabbing his cleaved head, Naruto slammed it into Kakazu's other heart, making it explode, leaving him only with 2 main hearts now. What is going on here? As after that, 2 of Naruto's more clones appeared, as he stabbed other Kakazu's hearts. As on the other side, the paths of pain were being dealt by none other than Kyubi and its, possessed Naruto. As now we see, the paths of pain were destroyed alongside the real path, the Tendo, as Konan was also killed instantly by it. As on the other side, Zetsu was found and captured, and so was the masked person, as Naruto slammed the chakra suppressors on him and chakra blockers, so he couldn't move. As for the rest, Naruto killed them except for Hidan because he couldn't be killed. Naruto applied one after another chakra suppressors and blockers so much that he couldn't even breathe. It was painful to live this way, almost always and each and every moment experiencing death, the suffocation, as that is how Naruto ended him, as he began to paralyze, as his body began to turn blue and his organs began to shut down on him again and again and again. As Naruto buried him, rot in hell, asshole. after tying him down in such a way that he couldn't even move. And Hidan was the one who met, well, his punishment, not his demise, punishment since he was an immortal in such a way. As now we see, Naruto turned towards the two of the remaining. These two, you say, Kurama. What about him? Why did you let him live? That bastard over there is century old like me, Naruto. He is the will of Kaguya. Kaguya Otsutsuki? The rabbit goddess. You can't be joking. No, I'm not. I'm serious, Naruto. That bastard right over there, he is Kaguya Otsutsuki's will. We need to get rid of it, fast. As now we see, Naruto arrived towards him. You think you can erase me? Then you're sadly mistaken. I will be replaced. And once that happens, I'll rewrite the Shinobi history. You hear? You're nothing more than the history that I wrote myself. History that is written down once can't be erased, you idiot. The only thing that can be done is to rewrite new. As Naruto then said, but knowing that you'll be gone, I am satisfied with that, because you fucked with my life. You fucked with me. I don't care what happens to the future or anyone for that sake. All I care is about present and what you have done already. You took away everything from me, and I'll do it all over again. What makes you think that I'll allow that to happen? As Naruto then summoned the Shinigami and exchanged the masked person's soul as payment to seal him and Kaguya away forever. And Shinigami obliged, taking away the sinful soul of the masked person. Both Kaguya and her will was completely sealed off from this world. You did good, Naruto. I did not knew you'll use your brain brat like this. The clone is yours as promised, Kurama. Live your life as you see fit. What about you? Are you gonna go back to the village? No. That place hates me. Why would I even go back? I don't care what happens. Like I trust even Hiruzen Sarutobi, that is. I only told him that I was close to trusting him. Not trusted him completely. Not after that what he has kept secret and what he has done. Such a screw up as a Kage. So what are you gonna do? Gotta find out something to do on my own. Live my life after all. As now we see Naruto parted ways with Kurama. Always the cautious one, huh? Not wanting any allies, and a loner. You really are a lone wolf, said Kurama to himself in the possessed Naruto, as Kurama, now taking control over his new body, left, living a life amongst humans, freely. As on the other side Naruto, he disappeared, vanished like a ghost, never to be seen or heard from before. But Konoha and both Kurama knew that he was around, just was being cautious and didn't want it to be found. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.